Well, right now we are officially on verdict watch. Jury deliberations started just after 1:30 this afternoon. R. Kelly will soon face his fate. 54-year-old Robert Kelly spent decades in the spotlight. Born and raised in Chicago, the R&B superstar has long been considered a musical genius. Under his stage name, R. Kelly, he rose to fame shortly after his big break, a deal with Jive Records in 1991. He released his album Born in the 90s a year later while still in his 20s. His hit song, I Believe I Can Fly, on the soundtrack for the film Space Jam was released in 1991. It is certainly one of his more wholesome contributions to pop culture. Kelly, widely known for sexually explicit lyrics and performances, while simultaneously under scrutiny for allegations of abuse and alleged inappropriate relationships with young women, including many alleged minors. Music sensation Aaliyah killed in a plane crash at 22 years old. Her rise to fame started years before that as R. Kelly's protege, and it reportedly didn't stop there. Kelly allegedly married Aaliyah in 1994 when she was 15 and he was 27. A year later, the marriage was reportedly annulled. Kelly is the lead songwriter and producer on her debut album, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Kelly got married again 2 years later to a dancer who would become the mother of his 3 children. Andrea Kelly has done multiple interviews since her divorce from Robert Kelly in 2009. Kelly was still married when his legal troubles started. There's a history of several sex lawsuits dating back to the 90s settled out of court, leading to a high-profile child pornography case. He was found not guilty in 2008. In 2017, a report accused R. Kelly of trapping women in a sex cult and controlling their lives. The music superstar denied the allegations. In 2018, outrage on social media, #MuteRKelly, gained traction. Then in 2019, the explosive documentary series Surviving R. Kelly was released. In it, many women who called themselves his victims, and accounts from journalists, music artists, past employees, and family members. The focus, R. Kelly's alleged abuse of power and his alleged sex with many underage girls. Right after, also in 2019, Kelly was dropped from his record label. New sex charges surfaced in Chicago. Then came 2 federal indictments, one in Illinois and the other in New York, followed by prostitution charges in Minnesota. In 2020, season 2 of Surviving R. Kelly released. By then, Kelly was behind bars without bond. Fast forward to this recent high-profile trial in Brooklyn, New York, the United States of America against Robert Sylvester Kelly. After a delay due to COVID, it began last month, August 2021. Through it all, Kelly has managed to maintain a strong fan base, his supporters showing up to the Brooklyn-based courthouse where prosecutors have worked to prove he should do serious time. Kelly pleaded not guilty to racketeering and sex trafficking charges. In court behind his mask, a range of emotions clear, as his defense worked hard to clear him of the kinds of sexually related accusations that have tainted his stardom for years. Kelly has never acknowledged breaking the law when it comes to girls or women in general, or sex for that matter. His defense maintaining that position throughout the trial. The prosecution, though, focusing on the voices of dozens of victims alleging abuse, manipulation, and more.
Stephanie, we know Kelly himself was a victim of sexual abuse.
He's talked about it publicly, dating back years. Kelly said he was abused as a child several times. And of course, whether or not that weighs into what's allegedly happened, that's up for debate. However, it is something he has acknowledged, as have others connected to him.
And Stephanie, can you just elaborate a little more on the details that came out in court about how the abuse allegedly continued and persisted?
So clearly right now we are waiting to find out whether R. Kelly will be behind bars for years ahead. So that's what we are looking at. However, in court we learned there were people, according to the prosecution, who allegedly participated in all of this. People who worked for R. Kelly, his entourage. The allegations are that they helped orchestrate this kind of thing, while the defense has said, look, this was R. Kelly's lifestyle. These are women who decided to participate in this lifestyle, and he did nothing wrong.
Wow. Well, we will be closely monitoring the situation, and as soon as a verdict is down, stay with BNC both on air and online for any up-to-date information.